The 10 endangered animals in need of our help. In a constantly changing world, the biodiversity of our planet is in danger like never before. In the depths of the Amazon rainforest, in the vast expanses of distant oceans, and in the most remote corners of the earth, there are amazing creatures facing a silent but deadly threat: extinction. In this exciting and moving journey, we will explore the lives and struggles of 10 of the most majestic and vulnerable species that share our home. Number 10. Orinoco crocodile. Crocodylus intermedius. The Orinoco crocodile is a fascinating and emblematic species that faces a constant struggle for survival. This imposing reptile, also known as the freshwater crocodile, is the largest crocodile in America and one of the largest in the world, reaching lengths of up to 6 meters. Its natural habitat is found in the rivers and wetlands of the Orinoco River Basin, spanning Venezuela and Colombia. Despite its majesty, the Orinoco crocodile is critically endangered due to a series of threats that have dramatically reduced its population in recent decades. Among the main threats are poaching, habitat degradation, and alterations to aquatic ecosystems. Poaching is one of the biggest concerns for the survival of this species. For many years, Orinoco crocodiles have been illegally hunted for their valuable skin, which is highly prized in the fashion industry. Furthermore, the capture of young individuals for the exotic pet trade has further exacerbated their situation. Habitat degradation is another critical threat. Agricultural expansion, dam construction, and mining have dramatically altered the rivers and wetlands where these crocodiles once thrived. This has resulted in the loss of nesting and feeding areas, directly affecting their ability to reproduce and survive. Number 9. Mountain gorilla. Gorilla barangay barangay. The mountain gorilla is one of the most majestic and captivating creatures that inhabit our planet, but sadly, it is critically endangered. This impressive ape is known for its robust body, thick fur, and noble and expressive face. Its home is in the high mountains of Central Africa, in a region that spans Uganda, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Mountain gorillas face a series of threats that endanger their survival. The primary threat is habitat loss due to agricultural expansion and deforestation. As human populations grow, the pressure on the forests where these gorillas find refuge becomes increasingly intense. Another significant threat is poaching. Although gorilla hunting is illegal, the demand for their meat and the capture of infants for the illegal pet trade persist. Additionally, gorillas often become ensnared in traps set for other animals, resulting in severe injuries or death. Number 8. Vaquita. Phocina sinus. The vaquita, one of the smallest and rarest creatures of the ocean, is also one of the most threatened. This cetacean, known as the panda of the sea, due to the dark circles around its eyes, is endemic to the waters of the Gulf of California and Mexico. Unfortunately, the vaquita faces a desperate struggle for survival and is considered the most endangered porpoise species in the world. One of the main threats to the vaquita is the illegal fishing of a fish called the totoaba. The totoaba is prized for its swim bladder, which is considered a delicacy in traditional Chinese medicine. The illegal fishing of totoaba with gill nets is a direct threat to the vaquita as they become entangled in these nets and drown. Despite conservation efforts, the vaquita population has decreased significantly in recent decades. The vaquita's limited habitat also contributes to its vulnerability. Its small geographic range makes it particularly susceptible to any disturbances in its environment. Additionally, water pollution and habitat degradation due to human activity are concerning factors that indirectly affect this species. Number 7. Sumatran orangutan. Pongo abeli. The Sumatran orangutan is one of the most emblematic and endangered creatures on our planet. This species of ape is endemic to the island of Sumatra in Indonesia and is known for its astounding intelligence, charismatic appearance, and arboreal lifestyle. However, despite its beauty and uniqueness, the Sumatran orangutan is on the brink of extinction due to a series of devastating threats. One of the primary threats this species faces is the loss of its natural habitat. Massive deforestation to make way for agriculture, mining, and logging has resulted in the destruction of vast areas of tropical rainforests, which are the habitat of the Sumatran orangutan. As these forests disappear, orangutans are forced to leave their territories and face food scarcity, population fragmentation, and increased conflicts with humans. Another significant threat is poaching and the illegal trade of orangutans. Hunters capture juveniles to sell as exotic pets, and adults are often killed in the process. This illicit activity has further decimated Sumatran orangutan populations and contributed to their decline. Number 6. African elephant. Loxodonta africana. The African elephant, majestic and powerful, is a giant of nature facing an alarming threat: the danger of extinction. These magnificent mammals, the largest on Earth, come in two main species: the African savanna elephant and the African forest elephant. Both are battling a set of challenges that jeopardize their existence in the wild. Poaching of elephants for their valuable ivory tusks has been one of the major threats that has decimated their populations. For decades, these animals have been relentlessly pursued to supply an illegal ivory market that generates huge profits for poachers and wildlife traffickers. Despite international efforts to ban the ivory trade and combat poaching, African elephants continue to face constant pressure due to illegal demand. Habitat degradation is also a critical issue. The expansion of agriculture, mining, and urbanization has significantly reduced the available spaces for these giant land mammals. African elephants require vast expanses of land for feeding and movement, and the fragmentation of their habitat has led to increasingly frequent conflicts with human communities as they search for resources. Number 5. Leatherback turtle. Dermacheles coriacea. The leatherback turtle is one of the most impressive creatures and, at the same time, one of the most threatened on our planet. This giant of the oceans is the largest turtle in the world, with a shell that can reach lengths of up to 2 meters and a weight of up to 900 kilograms. Its name, leatherback, comes from the resemblance of its shell to a medieval musical instrument. Despite its grandeur, the leatherback turtle faces an uncertain future due to a series of threats that have contributed to its population decline. One of the main threats is bycatch, where these turtles become entangled in nets and hooks intended for other species. Ingestion of plastics is also a serious danger, as leatherback turtles often mistake floating plastic bags for their primary prey, jellyfish. The nesting areas of leatherback turtles, which include tropical beaches worldwide, are increasingly being urbanized and disturbed. This reduces their ability to nest and increases egg and hatchling mortality. Number 4. Amur leopard. Panthera pardus orientalis. The Amur leopard, also known as the Far Eastern leopard, is one of the rarest and most enigmatic jewels of the world's fauna. This majestic feline, which once roamed over a vast expanse in the Amur region of the Russian Far East and China, is now in grave danger of extinction. The Amur leopard is known for its stunning coat, featuring a golden background with unique black rosette-shaped spots. It is the largest leopard in the world, with a remarkable adaptation to the extreme cold of its habitat, which includes boreal forests and mountains. Despite its magnificence, the population of these felines has decreased dramatically in recent decades, primarily due to poaching and habitat loss. Poaching represents the most severe threat to Amur leopards. Their fur, bones, and skins are highly valued in the black market, leading to a significant decline in their population. Additionally, human encroachment and habitat fragmentation due to agricultural expansion, deforestation, and infrastructure development have further reduced the available territory for these felines. Number 3. Giant panda, Ailuropoda melanoleuca. The giant panda, Ailuropoda melanoleuca, is a biodiversity treasure and one of the most iconic symbols of wildlife conservation worldwide. Despite its fame, these majestic animals are critically endangered, and their preservation is a global priority. Giant pandas are known for their distinctive appearance, with black and white fur and an adorable look that has captured the hearts of millions of people around the world. They are native to the mountains of central China and, although primarily herbivores, their diet relies heavily on bamboo, making them highly dependent on healthy and well-preserved bamboo ecosystems. However, a series of threats have pushed the giant panda to the brink of extinction. The main one is habitat loss due to deforestation for agricultural expansion and urbanization. As forested areas decrease, giant pandas have less space to move and find sufficient food. Number 2. Javan rhinoceros, Rhinoceros sondaicus. The Javan rhinoceros is a majestic and enigmatic creature on the brink of extinction. It is one of the 5 rhinoceros species that exist in the world, and unfortunately, it is also the rarest and most threatened. With its rugged skin and curved horns, this rhinoceros is a symbol of wildlife magnificence, but its survival is in critical danger. Native to the dense tropical jungles of Indonesia and Vietnam, the Javan rhinoceros has fallen victim to poaching, habitat degradation, and territory fragmentation. The primary threat it faces is illegal hunting for its horn, which is considered a status symbol and is used in traditional medicine in some cultures. This unrelenting demand has reduced its population to alarming numbers. Habitat degradation has also had a severe impact on the Javan rhinoceros. Deforestation and land conversion for agriculture and industry have dramatically reduced its living space and the resources it depends on for survival. The fragmentation of its territory has isolated populations, making reproduction and survival even more challenging. Number 1. Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris tigris. The majestic Bengal tiger is one of the most iconic and charismatic creatures in the animal kingdom, but unfortunately, it is in a state of critical danger that requires urgent attention. This extraordinary feline is native to the Indian subcontinent and Bangladesh, and its beauty and power have captivated the imagination of people worldwide for generations. Despite its prominence in the culture and mythology of the region, the Bengal tiger has seen its population dramatically decline in recent decades due to a series of severe threats. The main threat it faces is habitat loss due to human expansion and deforestation. Logging and land conversion for agriculture and urbanization have significantly reduced the living space of these tigers, leading to increasingly frequent conflicts with humans. Poaching and the illegal trade of tiger parts are also critical threats. Bengal tigers are hunted for their skins, bones, and other organs, which are often used in traditional medicine and luxury products. Despite efforts to combat illegal poaching, the demand persists and remains a constant threat to the species. The fragmentation of populations is also a problem. Bengal tiger populations have been divided into small, isolated groups due to habitat degradation and physical barriers like roads and railways. This limits genetic diversity and the taiga's ability to find suitable mates for breeding, potentially leading to genetic health issues.